back. Welcome to Ignorant the Podcast, where I invite my guests to make my listeners. I invite people to make my listeners less ignorant to who they are, what they do, how they do it, why they do it, what it takes to do it, and the journey they've been on. With that, we got Demaciiio here today.
Feel me?
What up, bro? How you been?
DEMAC, 3 I's and a O.
All platforms. All platforms. But what up, bro? You just got back from Paris. How was that?
Man, it was nice as fuck. It was definitely an eye opener.
Yeah.
Of what I can really do if I put my mind to it. You know what I mean? Like getting out there, doing the mural, promoting it, showing it. What I have to do to be a part of some shit like that.
Right.
You know, as long as I put my focus towards it and I really see myself following through with it.
Yeah.
You know, that's the biggest thing it showed me. Like, I know I just jumped straight into it, but
Yeah.
that was like, you know what I'm saying? That's why the trip was so beautiful, because it's like I made it happen and was able to get great content from it.
Right. Was that your first time?
Second time.
I thought so, yeah.
My first time, though, really like working there, you know what I mean? The first time I went, we jumped in the studio a couple times, but nothing real came up out of it, you know?
Right.
This time we were in the studio multiple times. I was painting. I was going, you know what I mean? Me and other DJs. It was a lot of work. It was like nonstop.
Looked like there was a lot of artists there.
Man, yeah, it was during Fashion Week as well. So everything is just popping, you know? Like, it's just a lot going on. So it like.
That's like the Super Bowl of like.
Yeah. And I feel like you could feel the energy. Like everything's going on. Something's going on somewhere.
Oh, yeah. That's dope. And you went with the Pistons. Like, how did that work out?
Super dope. I think it's a step closer to me doing bigger work with the Pistons.
Yeah.
You know, like going out there and executing it, making it happen. And that shit, it's cool to talk that shit, you know what I mean? Like, oh, yeah, he does it at home. But when you step out of your environment, out of your comfort zone, you know what I mean? And, like, you're helping some shit, I feel like you add great value to it. Yeah. So it was a good jump out there to make that shit happen. And just being a part of all the Pistons shit, you know what I mean? Like, going to... Yeah.
Did you guys perform out there? Like, at this...
I wanted to, but we didn't.
Crazy.
We had a show planned, but I had came back early, so... Yeah. They did it, but...
I saw you met G-Eazy. Was that quick, or was that...
Yeah, it was cool. So they asked Be Free to give him a jersey, and they were like, well, all y'all might as well walk up there, because we all just been kicking it all weekend. Yeah. And Be Free got a good connection with, like... He done halftime shows and shit with them before, so they asked him. We went with him. I was able to dap up Jeezy. You know what I mean? It's cool. The gram loved it. You feel me? Like, oh shit, Jeezy. And I just told him, you know what I'm saying, love from Detroit. We gave him a jersey, and then we took a lap around the court. Yeah. You know?
What you mean a lap? Like just walked?
Yeah,
it?
Just like right behind the team. You know, we walked behind. Say what's up to Drummond. Saw Don C, you know what I mean, the designer. Saw a lot of people, was able to take a nice lap around. Like, it's like really high security type shit. You know what I'm saying? So we was like, fuck it, we already down here. Let's keep on going. And then enjoy the game, man. The Pistons didn't win, but they played good.
Yeah, and it was against Chicago.
Yeah, so man, then seeing Chicago got some players like jumping crazy. You know, DeRozan could ball too. Yeah, I never really been to a DeRozan game. Yeah, and he was balling.
What's Paris, the city like?
It's old.
Like, was it as all tourist town, or what would you?
It's definitely
did you go into the city, like.
Yeah, we were staying in the city. It's definitely, I feel like, you on their terms. You know what I mean? It's not like they're trying to sell to you or anything. It's like, no, this is how life is out here. Yeah. You know, like the streets are small. You can see like a lot of the old architecture. Yeah. We didn't get to go. I didn't get to visit the hood. I know the hood is like the suburb part. You know what I'm saying? Like where we staying, it's kind of grimy. They got a lot of drug problems and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, but it's at the same time, it's like it's nice ass buildings and shit. Yeah. You know, but the hood is like the suburbs out there. I ain't get to pop out there yet. Like for us, the hood is inside the city. Yeah. You know what I mean? For them, the hood is like outside the city. You know what I'm saying? So it's like reverse back there. Yeah. Yeah.
But now you're back. What are you working on?
I'm working on a drop with the Pistons and this group called Medium. We got some dope ass clothes put together that is gonna come to fruition in the next couple of months. I got an album I'm working on. I'm about to be on the radio on Sunday. I've been promoting this last album.
What station?
107.5.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, so just really still building and want to create the best I can, pushing myself to create more. Like as soon as I got back, I started kept on painting to keep it rolling. So I got this gallery in March I'm doing called The Illusion of Detail.
Oh, that.
And that's, well, I'm going to work towards like right now.
Yeah, that's dope. So you're both visual artist and hip hop artist, you know?
Yeah.
What does that take, you know?
Shit, I feel like I'm able to bounce them off of each other.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, because I rap, I'm able to do some cool art shit, and because I can paint, I'm able to do some rap shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
if you're not in the venue rapping, then you're in the venue painting.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and then,
sure.
So, using them to the best of my ability, but it also takes, like, means that I got to be good at what I do.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
consistent. You're hella consistent.
Yeah, I feel like I got to be consistent, but also I have to, like, it has to sound good, it has to look good. You know what I mean? If you're going to do both, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a big.
Right.
So, it's just like knowing that that's my world and this is what I pride myself on creating.
But let's get into details. Like, what's the day-to-day for Demaciiio?
Wake up around 5 or 6, be with my son, because he's an infant, you know.
Yeah.
And while I got him, I put him back to sleep. I'm up, I'm working. Once the rest of the family gets up, get the family together.
Working on your stuff, right?
Yeah, probably on the iPad or on the laptop, like getting together emails or getting together some designs, just so I get the ball rolling. I really push myself to meditate in the morning if I can.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like I got a lot going on, so I don't give myself the opportunity. But if I can, I'd like to give myself a good 15 to 20 minutes. Jump into my work. Family gets up. I go to my studio, which is either at somebody's studio or my own like painting studio, and work in there for a couple hours. And that's just working on projects, or I'll still just to isolate myself to work on the iPad. You know what I mean? Like I use it as like a real dojo. Yeah. So that's like the big thing is I want to make sure at least I'm getting these hours in.
Yeah.
So, man, and then I'll go work out later, and it's just come back home, be working on projects while I'm with my family. Yeah. And that's my biggest thing right now is like the rapping, but also putting together events, coordinating, and doing design work. Right. You know, the design work helps feed me a lot because I'm able to draft up stuff for people. Yeah. And like it's like a service almost, you know? So I feel like that's a big part. And myself I had to figure out is having a service that can provide.
You still pick up jobs here and there, right? Like
yeah, I've been
when you have to.
Yeah, when I have to. Right now, I just been forcing myself to figure that shit out artistically. Right. So even when I have that urge, like, man, I could go this weekend, make 200, 300, you know what I'm saying? Just like, all right, I could do that. Well, how could I figure that out doing this? Right, you know what I mean? Like, that's where I'm really working myself towards is, because I willingly, it's been like, it was like 3 months ago, the last time I did like a contracting carpenter job. Right. Other than that, though, I want to get it solely off of this, you know? And I feel like that comes with just like the intentfulness of, I can figure it out, put it to paper. If I'm coming up with blank, what am I doing wrong? You know what I mean? Like, that's where I'm at with it. Right.
Yeah, if you really want it.
You know what I mean? And just figuring that shit out and throwing the events helps. Yeah. You know, if I'm able to curate an event, a dope ass artist. Yeah. You know what I mean? Sometimes that's like the shit that saves you. Is like the building up social currency. Right. You know what I mean? Like creating dope ass experiences that people want to be at, and you know what I mean? Like when they happen, it's the perfect timing.
Yeah, you gotta get out there and meet people, get to know people, you know.
Hell yeah. I was telling somebody this the other day, like you gotta. That's what I learned from Paris too. It's like you really gotta be out here saying what's up, you know. Like I a lot of Detroit people that I met out there, it's just a different relationship because we met out there. You know what I mean? There's somebody out there that's really working.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah, you definitely earn a different type of respect.
Yeah, so that, man, you got to figure that out because you can't, you know what I'm saying? If you want to be big in the world or whatever, you know what I'm saying, you got to be in it too.
Yeah. You
can't, like, the world going to know if you half stepping or not.
Right. Right, and yeah, let's love how he knows. So you gotta get out there, shake some hands, cause
whatever you guys can figure out, you know what I'm saying, or even if like it works into you performing or you getting that contact to like do a venue or you know what I'm saying, put some shit together. Like you never know. That's some shit I learned from watching Wallow. He always talk about meeting somebody and just saying, "What's up? What do you do?"
Right. I've been watching them too a lot lately. Are they from Detroit?
Nah, they're from Philly.
Okay.
But they fuck with a lot of they fuck with a lot of Detroit.
But yeah, that guy, he's on something else. I don't even know where he came from. Like what? They were artists at one point? Or?
One of them was an artist. One was them locked up. And when he came home, he did like a lot of good, turning around people's lives. His own. So.
You've been catching like the end of all that?
Yeah, no, it's real good. It's super dope, inspirational shit too because it just show you, man, like if you approach shit with the right mindset, you can't be stopped.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's really what I get from like he got into this mindset. He's like, look, this is, you know what I mean? Like, and I've been watching studying a lot of mentalism.
Yeah.
You know, like being a magnet of your imagination.
Right.
So I believe in that shit. Like if I believe this and I, with no doubt in my mind, like work towards it, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the same type of shit.
I believe everything you speak and think of can happen and does happen. Even the negative stuff. Like you talk negative about somebody else, somehow it ends up on you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Real. It's energy.
Yeah. I've always noticed that about me. Like when I was younger, I used to always be like, man, fuck that guy, I hope this happens, blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, my life's harder now.
Right.
So like, you know, like, damn, man, I was like, that same shit I was talking, or you know what I mean? It's like that shit just comes all the way back
that's
around.
real.
Or when you speak positive energy, then positive energy always comes back around. You know what I mean? So it's like, it can go either way.
I really like the sword is a tongue. I mean, the tongue is a sword.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit real. Like, what you cut out there, you know what I mean? Like, it's ripples. And I do believe in, like, it's all forms of energy that comes back.
Right, exactly.
It's like a cycle.
Yeah.
So you got to be mindful of how you run your cycle, your cipher. You feel me?
And your face card is important. You got to keep your face card good out there.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you got to.
You really got to be on point. Peace. You know what I'm saying? If you're not on point, you bullshitting.
Right.
You know, because then you playing with it, and then people going to see that too. People going to adjust, talk, you know what I mean, for you.
Treat you accordingly.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a big thing too that I think people overlook is like, you just got to be a good person, bro. Yeah. And work hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes, but it's easy to get lost in the sauce.
Right. How long have you been doing this now? In the art game. When did you start? I remember
starting art wise, I feel like I've been on this
in general, the hip hop scene, and then just What'd you do first?
I was rapping first.
Okay.
But there was a point where I just hit every open mic I could to it seem like I just rap all the time, you know?
Yeah.
And that was about, I'm 27 now. I feel like that was about me being like 19, 20. 20, like, you know what I mean? Just rapping.
You were 19 around the time you started?
Yeah, like, for real. Like, I had put out songs since I was like 16. But for real, I'm like, I'm going to do this. Yeah. I've been on this path for about like 7 years. Yeah. Which is a trip, you know what I mean? Not that I just say it. It is. And it's been a trip, but it's been beautiful, and I feel like it's taught me so much that I could ever learn.
Right. Yeah, that's what happens. There's beauty in sticking with.
Yeah.
You know, not giving up. Anything, really.
No, for
whether
real.
It's a relationship, whether it's a job, I guess, whether it's, a craft, an art, a hobby,
Yeah. So I think about, I don't know, that's about like 6-7 years with the rapping, and then the painting. I've been doing it for since I was young, but taking it seriously, painting, I've been doing it for about 4 years.
Yeah. What do you So what does it take to get your art out there? Like if I was another artist looking for advice.
Yeah, paint as much as you can. That's one thing I learned from Picasso. Picasso had almost 50,000 paintings.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
That.
Yeah. That you got to paint your ass off to do that.
Yeah.
You know? Paint as much as you can. I feel like helped me so much. I'd paint for free. I'd paint and lose money.
Yeah.
You know? But as much as I could, I'd paint because I know it'd come back.
Right.
So that's the biggest thing is, but painting as much as you can translates to everything, you know? If I wanted to be a boxer, box as much as I can, train as much as I can, you know? A basketball player, you know what I mean? Like,
okay, Kobe, man. That Mamba mentality.
Yeah, whatever you want to do, just do it to the fullest.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's one thing about you. You're at every event. You're, painting something, recording, or, on the mic.
Building.
Yeah.
You know, that's, I don't know. That's how I look at it.
If you can go back to when you were 19, 20 and give yourself advice,
right?
What would you give yourself?
Keep going. It's going to get, you know what I'm saying? It's tough.
Would you change anything?
No.
Yeah.
So I can't even, like, where I'm at now, like, you know, I still got to hustle for my shit. You feel me? Like, I wouldn't change nothing. Right. Because I've been learning so much, even now.
What about, like, I always talk about mental health on here every time I can. What do you do? Stay balanced, stay healthy, stay focused. I know you say you meditated a little bit.
Yeah, I meditate, but shit, I deal with that shit too. Like, especially in the winter, you know.
Yeah, you got 2 kids now.
Yeah, so it's tough, but
winter sucks.
I also think it comes back to, for me, it comes back to, you know what I'm saying, like, what person do I want to be? You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm not saying that I could pick and choose about depression and shit, but I feel like I have something, a purpose to live for, you know what I mean? Right. I can't stray away from that. So even when it gets hard,
just gotta keep pushing.
Yeah, man. Figure out ways to push yourself through shit that'll make you feel rebirth, you know? Yeah. I feel like, too, like, that's why the working out is extreme for me sometimes, because I feel like I'm just pushing myself to really feel, you know what I'm saying, to remember that, bro, you alive right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck all the other shit. You alive right now. You can do it. You know what I mean? Like, and not saying everybody has to put themselves through that shit, but that's where I'm at with it. You know, like, I use the workouts. I meditate. Meditating has helped me a lot because just being still and just, you know, sometimes just talking to yourself. You know what I mean? Who are you? What you doing? Where you at in life? What are your focuses on? You know, like, that shit has helped me a lot. And being aware and being mindful of your environment, where you come from. Yeah. That shit, like, but I know it's not as easy for everyone. You know what I mean? So,
sure.
You know, I feel like everybody got to find their way. Yeah. But the sun's always shining behind the clouds. The sun's always there. Yeah. You know, don't forget that.
Yeah, meditation is key. That's helped me a lot. Stretching. Even if I can't work out, just stretching. You know?
Yeah.
Moving around. I just be in here moving sometimes. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. I wouldn't call it dancing, but I just like just like moving my body around, like trying to, like, you know,
2-stepping.
Shrooms.
Yeah,
shrooms.
Once in a while, you gotta go and really, I don't know. Shrooms is such like a introspective experience that it's almost, I feel like everybody should do it once in their life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, at least once.
Yeah, to like really feel the connectivity between everything. Right. Yourself, the next man, this earth. You know what I mean? Like these clothes, this idea of who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all one. Yeah. And shit, shrooms. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. What's the craziest trip you ever been on?
Craziest trip I ever been on? Tripping in the woods up north. It was a beautiful experience, man. Just chilling, you feel me? And I look up and I see stars in a line formation going across. Yeah. And there's like, it looks like there's like 20 of them. I'm like, bro, the stars are moving. I was the only one tripping. You know what I'm saying?
That sucks.
It does, but sometimes we like, you know, it just was meant to be. You feel me? Like,
yeah, I'm not afraid to just take some.
And everybody came and looked, and they're like, "Bro, what the fuck is going on?" And they're looking at me like I did some shit. You know? Like, bro, I'm just observing, and we was tripping out. Motherfuckers did not know what to think of it because after it was a last star, and after it passed, it just that was it. You know what I'm saying? There's no more moving stars. We like 4 hours up. You know what I'm saying? There's you could hear bears walking around you at night, and it's like everybody's tripping out. There's a fire. I end up just staying up because I was tripping. I was like, bro, I just can't go into the tent. So they turn off the fire. Everybody goes into their tents, and it's crazy because the night before it was mad windy. Our fire was going crazy. You know what I'm saying? It was like not enjoyable to be outside. Yeah. This night was totally still, full moon. The light was so bright from the moon, it was casting shadows. You feel me? So like the moon was that bright. You feel me? And it was just like I felt like it was like meant to be. All right, I'm definitely tripping tonight. You know what I mean? Like, so I took the trip. Everybody go to sleep. I'm up, and I'm just like feel there. I'm just like sitting there, and I can see like they look like almost like a rainbow, like refracted light, and like spirals. You know what I'm saying? Like down like these hallways of trees. You know what I mean? And it's like totally like surreal. I was just taking breaths, you know what I mean? I know there's bears out there, so I'm like, you can't freak out. You know what I'm saying? You got to accept, like, if a bear comes. And, yeah, man, fuck, I wouldn't want to encounter a bear, no.
Bears are fucking crazy.
Man, yeah, no, but, yeah, man, it was just a super surreal night. It was nice. And then the next day, when we ended up coming back, we learned that it was Elon Musk's Starlink operation, the satellites. But we ain't know it, but we ended up in the next couple of days. But yeah, that was a super.
That's hard. You got to see that.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I used to know this guy. He used to tell me if you pay attention, you can tell the difference between a star and a satellite. I was like, I don't know how he does that.
Man, I definitely want to learn more about the stars.
Yeah.
You know, like our ancestors used reflection ponds.
Right.
You know.
That's interesting.
Like you have a little pond on the floor to see the stars at night instead of looking up like that. You know, like smart. That's the type of shit I want to be on. You feel me? I was just talking about like the pyramids and shit.
Yeah, that's pretty. I've been trying to learn more about that shit.
Man, yeah, so
crazy shit.
I was seeing like, what's his name? Carl Randerson, or you know, some dudes that be on Joe Rogan and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I be watching shit. Yeah. Their separate shit, and they be talking about how the pyramids are old, like from the first, from like the Ice Age era.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like,
and now they're talking about that some type of like energy thing.
Yeah.
That like may have powered their whole city.
Right.
With electricity. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Randall Carlson, he says that
that guy.
Humanity's been started like a couple times, and that humanity gets restarted every 13,000 years. So
that's crazy. I wonder what kind of tech. I wonder if there's ever like some extreme tech way back.
Man, they had to be, because he said in the last 4 generations we have evolved from riding chariots into cars. Right. You know what I mean? So you telling me them other 7,000 generations, they couldn't figure that shit out? Right. You feel me? Like, nah, man. Like they had to get restarted. Right. We had to get restarted.
Right. Something had to.
Which is trippy. But I have seen some shit. They said like we're like the prophesized human race point area that's able to make it past that. But you know, hopefully.
Yeah, he knows that they were actually like mining all types of minerals the way that we are.
Right.
Who knows?
Yeah, sure.
When you look at some of this shit, I'm like, how did you do that without a crane? Or because in school they do make it look like they just used fucking stones and all that stupid shit. I think they had way more crazy shit.
I think they had like vibrations.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? They knew some sound technology.
What would happen to modern shit if like an ice age happened? Like.
Right.
Would this still be intact 1,000 years from now? Would it be disintegrated into the dirt? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, would you find a bunch of MacBook Pros 10,000 years from now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, probably just.
Or old equipment, like an old saw, would that still be around?
I be thinking about that shit. Like, what if the system broke down right now?
Yeah.
Type shit. How you gonna survive?
I always wonder how long would it take for the buildings to be covered in nature.
Yeah.
I think about that shit every
Probably
year.
like a year.
Like every year. Because in Detroit, like especially when you're on that bridge on 75, you can see everything in the winter because everything's dead. There's no plants. You know what I mean? And then in the summer, you can't see nothing. You can't see none of the houses.
Right.
It's just so much green. You know what I mean? And then these houses get taken over by algae and all that. Not algae, but fucking weeds and all that shit.
I'll be thinking,
crazy.
What if the system broke down right now, how you gonna feed yourself?
Right. Thing is I know how if I was in the country.
All right, but right now in the middle of winter,
and here, dog, you have to rob somebody.
Yeah, get like that.
You know, or luckily I have family not up north but downriver, like Riverview, like where they have deer walking on their property.
Yeah,
and they have a big ass property, so we could pull up and set up camp there if we had to.
That's why I'm hoping I get my shit financially stable before that shit happen.
Yeah.
So I'm out the way.
No, we need to.
You know what I mean?
Property. You need all that shit.
Right now, if that shit go down, you in an incubator for madness.
Right. No, even just trying to get out of the city would suck.
Oh man,
it sucks so bad.
That's bro. When I was just at the grocery store today, I'll be looking at the lettuce like, damn, how hard would it be to get this right now?
Right. And then remember when the city flooded last year, and you couldn't go, or 2 years ago, you couldn't go nowhere.
Yeah.
You couldn't go nowhere. Like literally trying to find a way back to my house from anywhere or out of the city. I remember I woke up, had no power, and the last text I woke up from a text from my sister, and it was like, bro, I'm starving, and my kids need to eat too or whatever, but there's no way out here. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And like, this is when I was bartending, so I came home, drank, whatever, you know what I mean? At like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, so I didn't wake up till 10, 11. Everything was in chaos, you know what I mean? And I like, fuck, I just woke up, knew I had to get to my sister, but there was no phone service, so no one was answering. But I could not down fucking noise, go down fucking junction, go down. All these fucking roads had to keep just turning around because it was all flooded, and I couldn't get to my sister. It took a long time. One of these back roads was fucking open, and I finally got through. But I had to really learn Southwest all over again because usually it's like just taking the main roads, you know. I had to go through all these back roads. I was like, man, what happens if this shit really hit the fan, bro? Like, you know, go on the freeway, the cars are literally flooded, the semi trucks flooded to the windows and shit.
That's why you gotta build your shit now.
Like,
especially, you know what I'm saying, just like making sure, that you good if some shit happen.
Yeah, no, you gotta have backup plans, and there's all types of backup plans. Shit, I've been trying to tell people about investing.
Yeah,
crypto, you know, but people don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, I don't know. The crypto market look kind of crazy right now.
It is, but you got your stable coins like Ethereum and Bitcoin. You know, I don't think those are going.
I don't even be touching that shit no more for real.
Yeah, I moved everything into Bitcoin.
Yeah,
it's not fucking boom. I'm not rich off of it or nothing like that, but no, it's just pretty much to me a better savings account than most. But then also, you know, I got mutual funds and stuff.
Yeah,
like stocks.
No, that's what's up, man. That's a big move, shit.
It's something that I try to tell everybody. It's like the younger you start that stuff, even just $100 a month, you know, or like
eventually
a year,
that's gonna be the future.
It's just it adds up. It goes up and down. Whatever. There's gonna be a recession. I mean, if you're young, it's not that bad. Right. If you're older, the recession sucks because you're gonna lose a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then who knows when it's gonna really come back? But if you're young, all that money's gonna come right back and triple. Like, you know what I mean? It only gets bigger.
Young, you can make money.
Right, you know what I mean? And it's like, that's long term money. You know?
Right.
Versus leaving it in the bank and then, you know. But
man, that's the type of shit I want to make, get these businesses, get these trust funds rolling.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, put everything in a trust. That's all that kind of shit I'm trying to learn right now. Like, trying to get the life insurance going. Have you learned anything about that?
I've listened to a couple of shit about it, but nothing really that I've like taken notes on.
I haven't executed anything on it, but I've been reading about it. It seems smart, everything, but also you can get excited and jump into something and fuck up. And
you know what too?
That's what I'm afraid of.
I heard this quote that this country was made for entrepreneurs and business owners.
It really is.
So there's a way to, you know what I'm saying, like even with how rich people do the taxes, that's a way for them to keep on, you know what I mean, making money. There's a way for you to keep on making money, and make money out of the system.
Right.
You know, you just gotta be smart on it and figure that shit out.
Yeah, yeah, because like small businesses, like even my grandfather is a small business, and he's like hella Republican and shit like that. But it's just like he's always mad at how much he pays in taxes. And he's just mad at the world for everything else. But I'm like, bro, there's a lot of steps and things you could do to save a lot of money. Like the system was built for you. You're just not there. You know what I mean? And I'm just a young kid to him, so what do I know? You know what I mean? He's not trying to hear that shit from me. But there's all types of loopholes he could be taking advantage of that he's not taking. Man,
there's so much shit, bro. People get rich off of not doing shit and just filing paperwork, filing bank shit. You know what I mean? Like.
And I need to get a real estate person on here and I can make him more hip to that, you know? Because, like, I got an understanding of a lot of things, but, like I said, when it comes down to executing, it's like that's when shit gets scary. It's like, you know, you can lose everything just making the wrong move. But you can't be scared. Scared money don't make money.
Yeah, and shit, the tax shit, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's a big step, making sure my taxes are in order. Like, that helps me a lot. When I'm filing taxes, I do all my shit on my phone. So like,
how's that as an artist?
That's the part that has to be really enforced on yourself. You know what I mean? Like, cause that's how you gonna get a lot of money on the back end. You know, like especially in the winter when shit slow up, like and the tax come in, that shit helps a lot. You feel me? And like you're able to like readjust. So.
And they will tax the shit out of you if you're not smart.
Yeah. So know what you can write off. Have a good tax agent, you feel me? Yeah. Somebody you fuck with. If you don't fuck with them, there's 1,000, there's 1,000,000 of them. You can find somebody that you fuck with. Yeah. And doing that, man, like I got somebody I go to, and you know what I'm saying, they get me right. Yeah. So I appreciate that shit a lot, and yeah, it's a part of the game. Yeah. You know what I mean? But that's why I also say like it's made for us, for entrepreneurs and business owners, because there's shit you could go about where you're not paying so much in taxes. Yeah. You know, you just gotta figure that shit out.
Yeah, because, that's another thing. People pay so much in taxes, and you're actually not even supposed to pay that much in taxes. Yeah. Like, originally, this country wasn't founded off all those taxes. You know what I mean? It's like after a bunch of wars and a bunch of stupid shit like that we had to pay all these taxes. So, yeah. Yeah, because we pay way more tax. All the working people pay way more taxes, even doctors. Right. Because they're not a business. They make a bunch of money.
Yeah, they want you to be a business. Like, I was watching the thing, and they said, I forgot bro's name, but you probably seen him on like TikTok or some shit before. Yeah. And he's just like, he went on vacation, and instead of it being a vacation, it was a business, and he was a tax write-off. And you know what I'm saying? Right. And his people that he employs, you know what I'm saying, came on the vacation, which really was a business retreat. Right. So loopholes like that exist. You know what I'm saying? Like.
You can pay your kids.
Right.
You can pay up to like $13,000.
But you got to be a business. Right. Which is like the fucked up part of it, because like the only way to excel is like we got to be working together and we going to make money off of you. But it's smart, it's capitalism, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got no other choice right now.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? But to like it's play the game.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I look at things. Because there's a lot of people and activists that like are really heavy about the community and not... how do I put this without sounding like a dick?
No, that's real though, because too is like capital brings resources.
Right. And it's like, and you gotta own your shit. Like there's this person, I don't want to say their name or nothing, but you probably know them, but they're always posting and stuff. Don't put me in that. I don't know. Right? They're always posting stuff like, you know, hood's not for sale and this, that, and the third. It's like, it literally is for sale. Everything is for sale. Everything has a for sale sign on it. Only reason why it's not sold yet is because it's not built or developed. That means whoever buys it has to put a lot of money into it. Yeah. So it's a risk. Like, you got to have money. You know what I mean? So it's like, if that shit was already developed, all these investors from here, there, and everywhere would already have bought it up, you know? But I'm like, so that's why I just say, like, we got to figure out ways. I'm not saying I know the answer, but we got to figure out ways to work together and buy the hood, because if you don't want it to be sold,
it's gonna be bought.
It's gonna be bought by somebody, whether it's us.
It's land. People going crazy for land. Always have, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right, especially in a city like Detroit, you know, and it's on the come up, which is also like on the come up means a bunch of other capitalists are coming here, bringing a bunch of money here, businesses.
But
here.
It's our job to stand our ground,
right,
and make that money too. You know, like You ain't gonna push us, because then it's like, damn, you done pushed us out and you getting all the money.
Right.
Nah, we gonna stay here and get the money, and and that's the thing about it, like playing the game is that you gotta find out where people that like minded and know that this is instead of like this is like greed and luxury, you know what I'm saying? It's also a tool for, you know what I mean, improvement. So knowing that the money you give me, I'm gonna do this, and other artists are gonna be paid, and maybe that prolongs them for able to do art for another month.
Right.
You know what I mean? Till they can pay that rent. You know what I mean? Like, what if that adds to that? Like, that's why the big thing about having resources like that, and money is a resource.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
money, property, real estate.
Yeah, you feel me? Even you know what I mean? Platforms. You know what I'm saying? Networking, like figuring that shit out.
You know?
Like so.
Yeah, that shit's so important.
Yeah.
And it is important to be about your business and to create that generational wealth and to create that community wealth. But yeah, you gotta do it with purpose and with cause and to know, like, all right, well, we can't do this. Like, one of my last business partners, again, don't want to say names, but there'll be things where it's just like, bro, we can't. This is kind of like we're kind of gentrifying our own neighborhood if we do certain stuff like this. You know what I mean? Or we're gonna end up catering to a certain class of people if we move in this direction.
Yeah.
And we don't want to do that. And then, especially when you're involved in a community, everybody's just going to call you out on your shit. And you know what I mean? Like, and I'm not that type of person. I can't just get a bunch of money and then, have the whole community talking shit. Which, whatever, at the same time, I don't care. But also, it's like, I didn't do it for that. You know what I mean? Just to make a bunch of money. And
it has to be allocated.
Right. And then speaking of, you moved out the city. How do you like that?
Shit. I'm in the city and out the city.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it was a needed step just for myself, just, figuring out how to move in the direction of my life, where I want to go. Another thing, too, I feel like we always be like, man, from Detroit, you know what I mean? I love Detroit. I'm always going to be here in Detroit, but I don't got to prove to nobody and be like, you know what I'm saying, I'm still on the block. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I feel the same way lately.
You know what I mean? Like, I can dip out to the burbs, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I figure that shit out. You know what I mean? Like, and my long-term goal, you know what I mean, is owning a nice chunk of land. So maybe this is just a step in my evolution. But I'm always back in the city. I'm always doing jobs and projects around the city.
Yeah. Invested into the city.
Yeah, and I physically run Southwest. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, up and down Clark, up and down Michigan, like, just to show that image that, that I'm working hard and, you know what I mean? Like, I'm from where you from and we can still do this.
Right.
So, the world is so big, though, too. You know what I mean? I feel like we shouldn't hold ourselves to be like, we are this. We always going to be this.
You think you'd ever move out of state for a little bit?
Yeah, I can see myself. Let my kids get a little older.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do believe because I feel like I've been moving around since I was like 17. So you know what I mean, to the point where it's like been taking care of myself and everything, and now I'm learned how to navigate in different spaces in different areas of the country. You know what I mean? Why not branch out? There's always gonna be home. You feel me? But I do see myself once I get this Billy.
Right. Yeah, it's like best of the hood. Don't just forget about it. But it's not smart to get a bunch of money and stay in the same spot.
Right, and especially the hood, bro. Like, come on now, you know what I'm saying? Like
if you do got a bunch of money, you might as well, and you want to be in the city, you might as well get a penthouse downtown.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you can't be just...
Right, you got security.
Kicking on the block all the time, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody gonna like you from the hood, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like...
Right. And you never wish
right, but
drama or nothing like that.
Still can't be dumb.
Right. Still can't be dumb out here. They're crazy people.
Yeah. Shout out to all my crazy people.
Right. Still love the city. I love the city. Love everything. Love all the noise. I went up north with MCSDA, and at first it was like we got up there, it was like, damn, this is so quiet, this is so nice. And then by like day 3, I was like, all right, I'm ready to go home. I'm like, this shit is quiet. Yeah. This shit is weird. That's another thing though. When you leave the city, you do lose a lot of culture and a lot of you know, ain't nothing just around the corner to go pop out to, you know, except for like bars and restaurants and movies, and they have activities in the burbs, but you know, around here you get to pop up to somebody's barbecue or somebody's you know, little event or a big event.
See, I would like to move to the Forest Killers and move out there like in the country. Yeah. But I just feel like the part of me that wants to do that is because I lived in the city, you know what I mean, growing up, and it's like now I want to be able to like not hear nothing and just lay there and just, you know what I mean, like really bask in nature.
Right. It'd be nice to have a nice crib somewhere and like a condo here.
Right. That's a lot of money. Yeah. But it's not impossible.
Right. And like I said, the condo could be a business expense.
Yeah. No, see?
It could be an office. It could be an office that you rent up. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely on that wave, like, because that should take a lot of money, but people make that money, man.
Right. Right. You know what I mean? Right.
Like,
and yeah, when you break it down, it's so possible. It's just, you know, you got to get out there and get it.
And break it down and, you know, stick to a plan.
Yeah. And it ain't easy. You got to market yourself.
Be fearless.
Yeah. What ways do you market yourself as an artist?
I do a lot of Instagram content. Yeah. You know, I'm on TikTok, I'm on YouTube. Just like putting up reels and shit of me painting, of me rapping, you know. I feel like it's a big way. I'll sponsor ads on Instagram. And I also do a lot of shows, you know, and I do a lot of mixers, a lot of networking events where I'm meeting people. I feel like all that plays into marketing what I do as an artist.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, so if you could give a young artist right now any advice on how to get out there, put your name out there, you know. Some people think they can just drop a song, post on social media, everybody's gonna
you gotta
like it and fuck with you.
You have to be in front of people on and offline. Yeah. So when you think of Demaciiio, you think of painting and rapping and music. You know, that's where you have to be, and that's almost like it's a art in itself. You know, to like be in your head as that. Yeah. You know, so but that comes with repetition. So do it as much as you can to the best of your ability. If you're not the best at what you're doing, get better. You know what I mean? Like, figure that out. Try to do something that nobody else is doing. Don't try to do it. Work at it. Like, that's where I'm at. You know, like, be honest with yourself. You know, but don't give up either. Right.
Got anything else you want to close out with?
Man, no, this was super dope. This is really dope.
Hey, appreciate it, man.
I fuck with it.
I love this. This is fun.
I say strong and create your reality.
Yeah. Hey, heard it here first. Peace and love, everybody. Thank you for joining the podcast. And yeah, if you don't know, now you know. Ignorant the podcast. Peace.